Hello, how are you? Today I brought you a wonderful recipe for your afternoon snack. It also works great as an appetizer or a snack if, on the weekend, you want to eat something different. It's really interesting because it doesn't have wheat flour, it doesn't have gluten, it doesn't have butter. You're going to love it because it's super balanced and full of fiber. Stay until the end because you won't want to miss it. First of all, if you're new here, welcome. Take a moment to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell because I have a new video every day, a new recipe every day, and you're going to love it. Let's get started with our recipe. It's done in 2 steps. I'm going to start with one of the steps here, which is super easy. Just a reminder, the ingredients, quantities, and nutritional information will be down below in the description as always. I have the cheese already grated here. This cheese is light mozzarella, which has less saturated fat, but you can choose any cheese you like for this recipe. Here I'm going to add oat flour, which ends up having more protein, more fiber, and contains beta-glucan, which helps lower cholesterol. So it's much more interesting nutritionally, it's not expensive, and it's easier for us to add to our daily routine. I'm also going to add an egg here. The yolk was already broken. Let's mix this together until it forms a dough. You'll soon understand what I'm making here. Let's mix it well. I'm going to get my hands in the dough here. By the way, let me know down below if you really like cheese and which cheese is your favorite. Actually, tell me which cheese is the most traditional in your city. Where do you live? And in your region, which cheese do you consume the most? I'd love to know. I really enjoy learning these details. You can see it's really turning into a dough. Look, it's already reached the right consistency. You have to use your hands so that everything gets well mixed with the oats and the egg we added here. So mix it well. It's ready now. Now we're going to move on to the second step. I'm just going to clean my hands here so we can continue. So this part is already done. I'll set it aside, and here in another bowl, I'm going to quickly mix the Parmesan cheese to give it a more seasoned, saltier flavor. For the flaxseed meal, which I ground fresh right here before starting, this way it still has those omega-3 precursors and tastes less bitter. Because when we buy pre-ground flaxseed meal, it oxidizes and becomes a bit rancid, more bitter. So I processed it myself. Salt and black pepper, but not too much since the cheese is already quite salty. And I'm adding sweet paprika here. It's good to remind you that sweet paprika doesn't contain sugar. It's just called that because it's not spicy actually. If you want, you can use smoked paprika or hot paprika. It really depends on your own taste. If you prefer, you can leave out the paprika altogether. Use whatever seasoning you like. Some people enjoy adding oregano, which works well. So now let's go ahead and carefully assemble everything together. We're going to take our delicious cheese dough right here. I have this one piece that I'm going to bread, just like we planned. And to make it even tastier, I'm going to put a bit of delicious tender chicken in the middle, which I've already cooked and shredded. I cooked this chicken with salt, black pepper, and a bit of garlic powder. Add it if you like or leave it out, and I also added a little rosemary. Use the seasonings you prefer, cook the chicken, and shred it well. So let's assemble it. We take a bit of our dough here. You can see that it really looks like dough. We could just roll it into a ball and coat it like this, but I'm going to flatten it out a bit and add the chicken, which will bring even more protein. You really don't need to add too much at all. Just a little is perfectly fine. It'll turn out to be delicious either way, no matter what you decide to do. If you really want to fill it with something else, you absolutely can. If you want to use ground beef, mushrooms, tuna, whatever you have at home, you can simply use it. And after we've closed up our ball, we're going to roll it here in this coating powder, gently turning it so the whole surface gets covered. There's no need to dip it in egg or anything else first, because since it already has cheese, the coating will stick just fine without any extra steps. And we place it here. I'll make a few more and be right back. So with the size I made, I got 11, but it will depend on the size you make. Now I'm going to put them in the preheated oven so the egg cooks and they get that golden color. I'll be back to show you how they turned out and to tell you how long it took. Hang on. So it took 15 minutes for them to bake. Come here, I'm going to open one so you can see what they're like inside. I'll go ahead and open one right here for you to see. Take a look at just how incredibly delicious it is. Doesn't it look amazing? Let me know what you think down below in the comments section. Give the video a like because that really helps me out, and share it with anyone who might need it. Let's work together to spread this chain of kindness because that's what I want most for this channel. See you next time. Bye.